A woman hired a streetwalker, hoping to learn from her experience. However, this scene was witnessed by her husband. He believed his wife had betrayed him, and in a fit of rage, he seized the opportunity while the two women were talking. Using a chandelier made of ivory, he killed them both. Soon after, Bluebeard met his next wife, a singer whom he adored for her voice. However, she was constantly singing, no matter the time or place. She even made playful attempts to frighten him with her singing. Unable to tolerate it any longer, Bluebeard tricked his wife into the guillotine's path and, without hesitation, executed her. At last, he was left in peace. Determined not to face another failed marriage, Bluebeard sought out a nun as his third wife. However, after marrying her, he discovered that her private life had been chaotic. She had had relationships with men all over the country. Every day, she would tell him the names of her former lovers. When she finally finished listing them, Bluebeard snapped. That very night, he smothered her to death in a coffin. After 3 failed marriages, Bluebeard thought he would live the rest of his life in solitude. But during a trip, he met his next wife. She was someone who sought thrills in everything. But once married, Bluebeard realized her most troubling trait. When drunk, she would beat him. Unable to tolerate this abuse, he drowned her by holding her underwater in a basin. His 5th wife was much younger than him and showed no affection towards him. She rarely spoke to him, and Bluebeard believed this would finally satisfy him. But he couldn't handle her coldness. In a fit of frustration, he ordered his falcon to rip out her throat. By this point, his final wife had figured out his secret. She realized that Bluebeard's violent behavior stemmed from trauma after the war, which had caused him to lose his primal instincts. Realizing her life was in danger, she confronted him. But Bluebeard immediately denied everything and spoke of his first wife, claiming she had been the kindest of them all. She had cared for him constantly when he was ill, but she had died in a hunting accident shortly after their marriage. Lisa, however, did not believe him. She had discovered that Bluebeard's first wife was the first person to uncover his secret. And so, during a hunting trip, Bluebeard had murdered her from behind.